That's right, ladies and gentlemen, sim racers, I am back after almost a year away from playing Forza Motorsport. For some reason I decided to go back and play it, see if I've still got the skill that I had once a year ago. And as you'll see in this video, it turns out I don't think I lost too much. I think I've still got it to an extent. So without any further ado, let's get right into the race. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, back in Forza Motorsport after almost an entire year away not playing this game. For whatever reason, I decided I wanted to come back and see how the game's doing, see if it's still alive, if there's still a player base, and see if I've still got the skills that I had once a year ago. So as you can see, I jumped into the Forza like Australia series at Bathurst here, Mount Panorama, and straight away already making up positions. We made a few positions in that first corner up to 6th place, and we've got a little gaggle of cars ahead of us. Now, as I said, I think I had one race before this that didn't go particularly well, so this is literally my second race in pretty much the best part of a year on Forza Motorsport. And as you'll see, I'm a little bit rusty, like there, going into the chase. I just drive into the wall for no apparent reason. That's not a particularly difficult corner to get right, but I just overcook it and go straight into the wall. So there's a few occasions like that in this race where my lack of skill is apparent, my rustiness is quite apparent, and especially coming into the end of this lap, you'll see that I make a few mistakes and potentially murder a few people. But anyway, getting on with the race, here we are in 6th place still, going through the chase, which is a notoriously difficult part of the track. And so far, everyone seems to be making it through pretty cleanly. I'd slightly mess up that corner, but just about save it, nothing too bad. No penalties coming there. A little bit of crashing up ahead, but nothing too bad comes of it. No one being absolutely destroyed and sent to the Shadow Realm just yet. I've closed right up onto the pack here, so going onto the back straight here, long, very long straight. Well, not exactly straight, but pretty much flat out. And we are side by side with Kaiser here, which is pretty terrifying. You do not want to be going through the kink next to someone side by side. But luckily, we just about pull ahead, so I can take that corner as you normally would. And then here, unfortunately, I missed my braking point, brake too late. He kind of turns in, but that wasn't his fault whatsoever. That was completely my fault. I dived up the inside and I hit him off and get a 1-second penalty. Quite deserved, to be honest, in my opinion. And I think actually I was lucky to get away with not a worse penalty. I think 1 second was somewhat kind from the game there. But nonetheless, I'm through up to 5th place now, and we're right behind Kaiser in 4th. Now again, we're going to look for a position for a move up the inside. And unfortunately, like an absolute melon, I just lock my brakes, go into the side of him and punt him off into the grass. Get another 1-second penalty, again very much deserved. I do hold back and let him take that position again because I felt bad for that stupid little move there that I tried to make. But unfortunately, I think we lost 4 positions there in total, down to 8th place now, which is not ideal. Very much, you know, my rustiness is very much showing there. Not quite getting my braking right. But you know what, we're 2 laps into the race, we've got 7 laps to go. I am going to get better as we go. I'm going to, you know, it's going to start coming back to me. My many hours in this game that I put in about a year ago should start coming back to me. So already making up 1 position up to 7th place as we go into the chase. And we've got a couple of cars, well, a bit of a group of cars up ahead of us. Kaiser just about 2nd ahead, and then another couple of cars ahead of him. Now at Bathurst, this track is notoriously difficult, especially up in the chase, and especially if you're battling closely with people. A lot of crashes are going to happen, and as we see there, Kaiser just making a mistake going on the grass. He makes a pretty good rejoin, comes back on. However, that kind of scares me, makes me a bit confused. I missed that corner completely, luckily don't get a penalty. Kaiser makes even more of a mess of those series of corners, and I managed to get past him. So there we go, up to 6th place, and we've got another 2 cars up ahead of us now, coming onto the back straight. So not quite in slipstream range, if I remember. It's about 0.7 seconds, I think, you get a tow. So kind of in a bit of a gap here. We've got 1 second in front, 1 second behind. So not a bad place to be, actually, for the back straight. Just allows us to take the corners unimpeded, not have to worry about anyone around us. And there we see 5th place just outbraking himself a little bit into that penultimate corner, so that does allow us to catch right up to him coming into the last corner of this lap. And as you can see up ahead, pretty much apart from the first place who's starting to pull away a bit, everyone else is pretty bunched up, so we've got a good race on our hands here. Now we've got 2 wide up ahead. Are they going to tangle up in each other at all? Not on that corner, but as we come down this this first straight and into the chase, those two are going to be scrapping pretty hard, as we'll see. And there you go, actually it happened before then. Completely on a complete straight, they managed to hit each other somehow, and that's allowed me and the guy ahead to catch up with them. But there we go. That is the benefit sometimes of just hanging back a little bit there. I purposefully didn't kind of try and get involved in that little altercation. Just hung back, gave them some space, and as often happens, they took each other out and I managed to make up 2 positions there. And then looking to overtake Tassio here up into 3rd place. We've got Ninny Blog right behind us as well though, so just putting the pressure on. And as I said earlier, being in a tight group as you go through the chase is pretty sketchy. That can go wrong very easily. So just trying to keep it really clean, not push anything. Again, he goes off into the grass. Someone else made a mistake there, ghosting out. So there's 1 position up to 3rd. And then somehow Tassio made it through there. He did get a penalty for that, going off track. But he does manage to stay in 2nd place on track for now. But I'm really putting on the pressure here. Right behind him. Doesn't get a particularly good line through that corner. But I hit the wall just as I exit the corner, which is not what you want to do on this track. As you go onto this long back straight, you want to get as good of an exit on that corner as possible, just so that you maximise your top speed as you go down this back straight. Now tucking into the slipstream here, going to look for a move up the inside. Very brave. No, I'm not. I'm going to back out. That's probably a very wise decision there. Do not want to go too wide through that kink. But as you see, I take a much better line than him through that corner. 2nd part of that corner there. Almost make a move on him, but he kind of cuts me off there a little bit. I'm not too mad about it though. It wasn't a definite move that was made there. I was just kind of testing the waters, sticking my nose up the inside. But coming in to this corner, as you see, I get a much better exit than him. Get all the way alongside. That position is truly mine to take on the inside, and then like an absolute sausage, I lock my brakes and go straight on. And he just goes around me, probably laughing to himself how stupid I am for trying to make that move. Which didn't work out. So yeah, not one of my proudest moments, but as I said, this was literally my first race in like a year playing this game, so those kind of mistakes are expected. But anyway, still in 3rd place. We've got a bit of a gap behind us, about 2nd to Kaiser there, who's made his way back up to 4th place, and Tassio up ahead, we're still very much putting the pressure on him. I'm certain we're quicker than him, so I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get him pretty soon. And as you see there, he's just getting a little bit sideways, maybe not using traction control like I am, which is definitely recommended, I think, in these cars. They are very, very powerful, these supercars, and you want to make use of traction control just to help you out. So there we see him again, hitting the wall, just making little mistakes through the chase here, and I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible, which I think I'm doing a pretty good job of. Until then, I kind of just send it way too hard into that corner, and that kind of seems to just switch my brain off. I kind of forget to brake there for the next part of the corner, and unfortunately, we get a penalty there, 0.3 second penalty, which I think was a little bit harsh. I don't think I really gained any time from that, but also lost the position to Kaiser. Unfortunately, as I ghosted out, he just took that opportunity and drove straight through me. So down to 4th place, but we're right on Kaiser's tail coming back onto the back straight here. And we've got a 2.5 second gap behind us, which is brilliant. Don't have to worry about anyone coming up behind us going for a move. Now pulling up alongside Kaiser here, that was a bit of a brave move, not going to lie. Going too wide through there is not fun, but I get on his inside. My car is firmly alongside him, and I get that move done through that corner. So I was pretty happy with that. That was a pretty good overtake, if I say so myself. However, coming into the pits here, I hadn't actually done this pit entry before. As you see, I got it a little bit wrong, but not as wrong as Tassio there, who goes absolutely careering into the wall, and we get a free position coming into the pits. So not bad, I'll never complain about that. But coming out in 7th place due to other people not pitting, quite a few people seem to go for a no-stop strategy on this track, but I'm not sure if that is the best option. So skipping ahead a couple of laps now, up to lap 7. You see we're up to 5th place, we've made up a couple of positions from other people pitting, and we have now caught up to 4th place. DK Viking here, who has not pitted, so he is going to be on hard tyres and they're going to be getting pretty worn now coming to the end of the race. So I can pretty confidently say that I'm going to be quicker than him. So all I need to do is just overtake, get the overtake done as cleanly as possible, not be held up, and try and look forward to the kind of podium positions, try and catch up with them as soon as possible, give me the most amount of time to overtake them before the end of the race. So going through the top of the chase here, keeping it very clean, as is DK Viking though, I have to say, he's doing very well. But you see those worn tyres just are starting to show now, especially in these slow speed corners. I am able to catch up with him. You see him sliding there. Just those little mistakes just allow me to get right behind him, and that's exactly where I want to be coming onto the back straight here. Get a good exit, which I do there. Tuck into the slipstream. He gets a really poor exit there, sliding on the exit of that corner. Tuck into the slipstream, and I'm going to get alongside him. And there we go, I just about get past him, but I'm going to give him the space on the inside because he is still there. Go right to the edge of the track, brake nice and early, make sure I get stopped for the corner, which I do. And there you go, position made. Not much time lost at all there, which is brilliant. That's exactly what we want. And now we're going to be looking ahead to the 3rd place driver, who is about 2.5 seconds ahead of me right now. But we're going to skip ahead now a little bit to the beginning of the chase. And as you see, we have caught up to the 2nd place driver, Borina, I don't really know how you pronounce that name. But nonetheless, we've caught up to him, and as you can see in the top left, he is also going for the no-stop strategy. So he is going to be on very worn tyres at this point. So again, I'm very confident I'm going to be quicker than him. And all it takes is just a nice clean overtake, and I can get away from him and try and look to catch up with 1st place. However, 1st place is a long way ahead. So there you see my opportunity arose, and I took it. A little bit maybe of a rash move there, just pushing past him. But nonetheless, I knew I was quicker than him. I knew I wanted to get past him. But that is kind of the end of the race there. Up to 2nd place. Not a bad little race, I have to say. For my 2nd race back in about a year of not playing this game, I'm very happy with that performance. I think there were some good battles. I made some good moves. Unfortunately, not able to catch up with 1st place. As you can see, he was a very quick driver, 10 seconds ahead by the end of the race. No chance I was going to catch up with him. But nonetheless, I'm very happy with 2nd place. That's a great result for me, especially on a track that I've literally never raced before. I think I had like 2 laps of practice. As you see there, absolute knob trying to show off and go backwards across the finish line. Classic Freddy. But anyway, there you go. That was the first race pretty much in about a year of playing Forza, and I have to say I really enjoyed it. And actually I've done some other races since this one, some of which have gone very well, so you might actually see some more videos posted on the channel. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be posting very often anymore. I'm working a full-time job, and posting these videos takes quite a lot of time and effort, and I just don't really have that all the ways to put in. But when I can, I'll try and get some videos up because I love playing this game and I love making these videos. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the little comeback video here. Bit of a Christmas present for you guys. And yeah, I hope to see you in some more videos soon.